Another day, another video. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today we are watching The Big Bang Theory. This is the 7th episode of the 3rd season. Hope you guys have been enjoying it so far. If you'd like to watch today's full episode, it is available for free in a link in the description below. Just click on it, put a password in, and enjoy. So last episode, it was basically Leonard. He was kind of upset. He thought that Penny was kind of keeping him away from her friendship group. You know, she was inviting everybody around to watch the football, and she didn't invite him. Now, her explanation was basically it's not something that he likes. You know, he's not got really any interest. He don't know anything about it. And she just thought it would have been a situation that he wouldn't really have enjoyed himself. Now, he got it inside of his head that she was embarrassed to obviously be with him and didn't want to introduce him to her friends. And he tried to educate himself in football and go around and blend in. But it was just like a sore thumb. He just stuck out. It didn't feel right. It was forced. And the situation was getting a little bit awkward. So obviously, Sheldon come in and kind of saved the day, give him an out to go out and kite fly. Now, interestingly, you know, in the episode, we had Leonard and Sheldon fighting their kites between Raj and Howard. Now, Howard, he ended up leaving Raj to do it on his own because he seen the girl walk past him and chased after her. And basically, you know, Raj was saying that he does it all the time. He leaves him for everything. Every time he sees a woman, he just pushes Raj aside and just leaves him, forgets about him. He's getting kind of sick of it. Now, obviously, it was this episode he was trying to make up to him. You know, he was like, yo, we could go out. We can spend the day together. You know, my treat anywhere you want to go. And then basically we ended the episode with Rad saying, look, that girl actually did give you the eye. She did kind of come over to him. And obviously we've seen it with Howard running off, chasing after her to try and hunt her down. So, I mean, looks like they've made up. They are like two peas in a pod. They work together really well. Same way as Leonard and Sheldon does. And I'm excited to see what we do in today's episode. Thanks for checking it out. If you do enjoy it, please smash a like. Really helps out. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, let's jump into today's episode.
Wow, Sheldon, I cannot believe you made up your own game.
Research lab is more than a game. Like the slogan says, the physics is theoretical, but the fun is real.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, wow, look at that. A Department of Defense research grant is renewed.
Oh, great roll. Now you can demolish your Soviet-style cyclotron and build the Large Hadron Collider. You're a natural at this, Penny. And as the first beta testers, you two have quite the edge when we play with Wallowitz and Kuther-Polly on Sunday.
Actually, I have to pick up my friend Justin from the airport.
There you go. Can't play because I'm going with her, right?
Yeah, if you want. I mean, there may not be room. He's got a lot of stuff, like guitars and amplifiers.
What are you talking about?
My friend Justin.
Pay attention, Leonard. That's why she can't play on Sunday.
Who is this, Justin?
Your turn, Leonard.
I told you about him.
No, you didn't.
Roll the dice, Leonard.
Hang on, some guy is going to be sleeping on your couch?
He's not some guy. He's my friend.
Gay friend or ex-boyfriend who you're now platonic with but still might have a thing for you friend?
Definitely not gay.
Oh, a definitely not gay musician sleeping on my girlfriend's couch.
A problem with Justin staying with me?
What was your first clue?
Uh-oh, industrial accident.
It's my friend, it's my couch, and it's my freaking life.
It's also your role.
You know what? It is your life. If you want to have some stupid guitarist stay on your couch, then fine.
If I want to invite the entire lineup of Lollapalooza to sleep in my apartment, I will, and it's none of your business. What the hell is he doing?
He's drowning us out. He doesn't like fighting.
FYI, you never even heard of the Black Eyed Peas until you met me.
I heard of them. Didn't know they were a band.
Has your relationship reached its inevitable ugly end?
No, we just had a little spat.
The thing is, you know, well, Black Eyed Peas as well. What was the first song that you heard from them? Now, I don't know if this was the first song, but I was in primary school. I think I was in year 4 or 5. Like, I can literally remember where I was when the song was out. Like, it was Where Is the Love? People killing, people dying. Now, that is interesting because I always thought it was Fergie that sang that bit, and it's not. It's Justin Timberlake. How crazy is that? I bet there's someone watching this that doesn't know that Justin Timberlake is the person that sings on Where Is the Love in the Black Eyed Peas. That's mad. Honestly, I do think it's mad. Also, 50-50 on this Leonard and Penny thing. Like, she shouldn't have to tell him, like, who's staying at her apartment. Like, because if they're friends and, well, first of all, the general conversation I would have is with him, obviously, like, is he okay with it? But, like, if they've been friends for absolute years, then it's totally different. Do you know what I mean? If you've been friends for a week, it's like, you know, maybe you can get a bit jealous. But if it's a friend that she's known for absolute years, then it's totally different, and he's acting really jealous. And she doesn't technically need his approval, is it, for anybody to stay? But I can kind of get where he's coming from, but, you know, he shouldn't just jump in and be fuming straight away. He should have actually had a sit down and conversation and just explained if he was comfortable or not before actually just jumping into a straight argument.
I don't get how she can just announce that an old boyfriend is going to be sleeping on her couch.
Hey, I thought of a game we can play in the car called Scientist. Now, I will name 3 scientists, then you will put them in order of the size of their contribution to their respective fields. Okay, ready to have some fun?
An old boyfriend who's definitely not gay. You know, that's what a guy likes to hear, definitely. What am I supposed to say? Sure, Penny, I'm cool with your old boyfriend sleeping in your apartment. Well, Leonard, it doesn't matter if you're cool or not because I'm Penny and I'm pretty and I can do whatever the hell I want.
Leonard, stop the car! I can't listen to the two of you fight anymore. Come on, we're late.
Calm down, we'll make the movie.
I believe my alarm is appropriate given the situation. The movie starts in 17 minutes.
I wish you had said something before I pounded that last Red Bull.
Hey.
Hey, we're going to the movies.
No, we're not. We're standing in the hallway suffering through an awkward encounter.
They're showing a new digital print of Time Bandits. You wouldn't want to come, would you?
Not really, no.
All right, invitation pointlessly offered, invitation declined as expected. Everyone's civil, nobody's fighting. Have a nice evening.
Are we going to talk about last night?
Are you ready to apologize?
No.
Wrong answer, but thank you for playing. Oh. There's a difference between being a jerk and being an ass.
No, there isn't. They're synonyms.
Leonard, when that woman moved in 3 years ago, I told you not to talk to her, and now look, we're gonna be late for the movies.
Guys, what's going on?
We need to kill a couple hours till the next showing of Time Bandits.
Oh, no problem. I was thinking of closing early and going home, but face it, that's just a slightly smaller, lonely room filled with comic books.
I am not gonna fold.
Excuse me, I don't think Benny's out of line at all. You don't own her. It's like my girl Beyonce says, if you like it, you should have put a ring on it.
At the very least, when she found out Leonard was upset about it, she should have backed off.
You mean like when a guy's upset because his friend agreed to take a cooking class with him and then doesn't show up because he's doing a juice fast with his mother?
Didn't know you were upset about that.
Really? Did you miss all the subtle indicators like me saying, Howard, I am upset? You think I was having fun sitting around all night listening to my mother say, have you ever peed so much in your life?
Stop it, both of you! All this fighting, I might as well be back with my parents. Stop yelling, you're making Sheldon cry. I'll tell you what's making Sheldon cry, that I let you name him Sheldon!
What got him so upset?
Oh, sure. You can tell when Sheldon's upset.
I said it before and I'll say it again. These two are good together. Literally, every episode or whatever, they're always arguing, they're bickering, and then they make up towards the end. But I've got to say, right, they're bickering because one's on the side of Penny and one's on the side of Leonard. And I'm actually on the side of Penny. Like, I'm not saying that Penny is right to have him staying on the couch. What I'm saying is the way Leonard addressed it, I believe, was incorrect way of approaching it. You know, he could have literally, like, he approached it in a hostile way, which then got Penny's back up. You know what I mean? Because it was kind of him telling her, like, what she should do and like, where, I don't know, I feel like he could have addressed the situation in a much more calmer way without being defensive and kind of making it feel like it was forced in him telling her what to do. Because that's basically what she was saying. If I want to have everybody over, I'll have everybody over. You can't do anything about... Do you know what I mean? So, like, I don't know. I'm not saying that they're both wrong in terms of the feelings. I think they're both kind of valid, you know. He's upset and jealous because obviously an ex-boyfriend is staying over, and Penny's also correct in saying she doesn't need to get his permission to who she can have and, you know, come and stay, considering they're friends from back in the day. It was just the way Leonard approached it, which I think is incorrect, which sways me kind of a bit on Penny's side, a little tiny bit.
Thank you very much. Come back soon. With the other half of my tip. Hey, Sheldon, what are you doing here?
This is a restaurant. It's lunchtime. I would think as a waitress you'd be familiar with the paradigm. You to crawl back to him and apologize.
I'm busy.
Excuse me, miss. I'd like to order lunch. Where exactly does the half sandwich come from? Are you giving me half of someone else's sandwich? Or do I have to wait for someone else in the restaurant to order the other half? Aren't you going to ask me if I want a beverage?
Don't you usually get lemonade?
Yes.
You want lemonade?
Yes.
Anything else?
Yes, I want you to apologize to Leonard.
I'm sorry, Sheldon, but this really isn't about you.
I don't follow.
Yeah, I'll be right there. Look,
Considering the number of transgressions you've committed that he's overlooked, don't you think that just this once you could return the favor?
what do you mean transgressions I've committed? Yeah, I see you. You're making a little check sign in the air. I got it. Just hold your horses. What does Leonard complain about?
Singing?
My singing?
That's actually from my list, but Leonard be a fool if he didn't agree with it.
Okay, if Leonard has any problems with me, why hasn't he just said so?
Because according to him, you're oversensitive and have a temper. Oh, good, you're home. I need you to do me a favor.
Sure.
Go apologize to Penny.
Made it worse
I
than
hear
her.
you don't like my stuffed animals, my driving, or my punctuality.
Okay, yeah, it's true, but I can live with that stuff. What I can't live with is you casually informing me that some guy's gonna be staying in your apartment without even asking me first.
That isn't even your problem. The problem is you don't trust me.
Oh, come on, Sheldon. Have you ever once heard me say that I don't trust Penny? Going, you can just walk away in the middle of an argument?
No, I'm gonna go find your damn roommate before he hurts himself trying to cross the street or something.
Raj.
Stop knocking, it's open. Please tell my parents that our dark matter research is at a critical juncture and I can't come home for my cousin Sanjay's wedding. I didn't ask you to set me up with Lakshmi.
You should be thanking us.
Yes, Lakshmi just got her stomach stapled. You have an opportunity to get in good with her before she loses weight and her self-esteem goes up.
Sheldon, tell my parents that Howard and I are just friends.
Everywhere he's going, it's bickering.
Howard and I are just friends.
What are you doing? He's not a lost dog.
Hey, why don't you just let me find him while you sit there hitting your imaginary brake?
Do you know what? My mum does that, you know. Like, I've never crashed, ever. Been driving 10 years. I reckon I'm a pretty good driver. You know, I've drove vans, you know, like big vehicles. Never crashed at all. Reverse park into tight spaces, squeeze. You know what I mean? Like, I would say I'm on the spectrum of good. You know, I wouldn't say I'm like I'm elite, but I'm not shit. But like my mum, who's not got a driving license, may I say, so like, you know, 30, 40 years of just getting a bus, no matter where you're driving, she's always pressing her feet down like that, thinking that you're going to crash into a car or something. It's like, chill, mum, chill, man. Like, literally, I know how to drive. Like, there's nothing worse about being someone like Leonard in the car. I mean, his is valid there. She's looking over the back of the chair, looking out the window, not even looking at the front where she's driving. I get it, but like being next to somebody who's a passenger who's absolutely scared of like crashing and all that, like braking, it's a proper stress. It really is. But do you know what's crazy as well? These modern day cars now that like can lane assist, you don't even have to hold the wheel, it will do it itself. And you know, I think I've seen videos on like TikTok of like basically driverless taxis picking people up and taking them, transporting them. I could never trust it, no matter how advanced and how good like they would say it. I would never put my life in the hands of a machine, like a robot, if that makes sense. Howard.
Answer the door, I'm busy!
Busy too! You answer it!
I can't, I'm on the toilet!
You know what? I hope it's one of those home invasion deals and they shoot me in the head!
Don't tell them I'm on the toilet!
There's no one there! Built himself a little nest. Thank you. I love you.
I'm not leaving until you talk to me.
Come on, Sheldon, let's go home. Look, we're done fighting.
I've heard that before.
There's gonna be no more shouting and no skeet shooting.
Really? Where's your friend Justin going to sleep?
You're gonna sleep.
Oh my God, would you let this go?
I'd let it go.
So you have childhood issues. We all have childhood issues. At some point, you just need to grow up and get past them.
Please try and understand. Look, Leonard and I are in a relationship, and occasionally we're gonna fight. We buy you this robot, and then we all go home.
I want that one.
Okay, you can have that one.
This comic book too?
Yes, you can.
He actually is like a little kid.
So what did Justin say when you told him he couldn't sleep on your couch?
He's a musician. He'll sleep in his own vomit if he has to.
He's on Sheldon's. I knew that he was going to say that.
Could have asked for much more than a comic book and a robot.
Right, first of all, I see all them t-shirts on the wall in the comic book store where Sheldon was just sat, and that's where he's getting his little collection. I've seen the Flash one, he's got the Green Lantern one, I think that was there as well. Maybe he's got a couple of others. It's pretty cool, actually, that they've got them up there. And I've said it many times, and I'll say it again. I like the fact that this show recycles the clothes that people wear. You know what I mean? Because it just feels more, to me, it just feels more natural. Like, obviously, I'll wear this jumper maybe 3-4 times a month, and then I may wear the different one, you know, 3 or 4 times. I'm not like wearing a new jumper every single day, so I like that. Also, it's interesting this episode that Sheldon has literally got some sort of PTSD from his childhood. You know what I mean? Like, you could see it affecting him there, and it's crazy because you never really realise it as well. Like, actions around little kids can have a massive impact in it on the life, and like you know, as a child he experienced his parents fighting all of the time, which him as an adult is grew into a thing where he can't be around confrontation. can't be around arguing. He has to, like, you know, remove himself or drown the noise out, and it feels awkward. And, you know, you could see, I felt it, like, him when he ran off and they was going after him, that it's like two parents chasing after a child again. And obviously, like, they kind of brought him back around by giving him treats. Oh, you're okay, we're sorry, you know, we'll get you a Happy Meal. Well, this time it's like a comic and a book and stuff like that. But yeah, it's crazy, actually, to see that. Now, again, you know, the big question is, though, who's in the right and who's in the wrong about Penny and Leonard? It's tough. I mean, Leonard ended up getting his own way, didn't he, to be honest? He ended up sleeping on his couch, and which is strange, really, isn't it? Like, ended up sleeping in his apartment, and he just switched roles and ended up staying in hers. Okay, that is going to wrap up today's episode. Thanks for checking out the channel today. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it. So, whose side do you think was correct in today's episode? I understand both of them. There's been a couple of situations on this show, really, where we've had a situation where, like, two people are butt against each other, and it's like, who's in the right, who's in the wrong? Can I understand both sides? Yes. Did they both have valid points? Yes. But, like, whose side? Because you've got to pick a side. You can't be a fence sitter, can you? And, like, if I was choosing, I would pick his side to be correct in terms of how he was feeling, but I would pick her side in terms of being the most angry because of the way he kind of addressed it. Now, at the end of the day, it probably should have been the correct outcome in terms of what happened if it was addressed properly. If he said, look, Penny, you know, it's the first time you've ever told me about this. I kind of feel a bit uncomfortable. That is a strange guy to me, not to you, staying in your apartment. And, you know, I do trust you. It's just, obviously, I feel it's a little bit weird. You know what I mean? Like, we can talk about it and see how we go forward. But it wasn't. It was kind of like he just jumped down the throat, didn't he, and went after it. And, you know, he ended up getting his way, though. He actually did, and probably is the best resolution, to be honest. You probably should have said, look, you can stay in my room and I'll just keep with Penny for the next couple of days. You know what I mean? And then once you found a place, you can go and stay over there. But again, you know, talking about bickering couples, we've got Raj and Howard. Again, you know, this may be like the third or fourth time this season already where they've been at each other's throats, and again, you know, that was them picking sides. Howard picked a Leonard side, and obviously Raj picked Penny's. So again, it's always interesting to see them always bickering and making up. And I've been saying it, mate. You know, I like the change of environments, and I like the fact that we've gone to Raj's a couple of times, not loads, but you know, it just feels a bit different. And he said that he's going back home for this wedding, which we're never going to see. Let's be honest, I'm going to be told we're never going to see it, but I would love to, mate. Another episode or a road trip, a wedding, something like that. We don't have to see them flying there, going there. We could literally just get the insinuation that they're going to take a trip, and then the next episode, be at the wedding. Howard hitting on all the women, do you know what I mean? The different environments, you know, them dressed up in the outfits. I think it'd be really good, and it'd be exciting to see. Don't think we're ever going to get it, but that's one that I would love to. And hopefully we can all wish and see that in the future. But thanks for checking out today's episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please smash a like, really helps out. Subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers, guys.